Around 1200 BC, the Mediterranean world was thriving. Powerful kingdoms traded across vast distances. Egypt, Mycenaean Greece, the Hittite Empire, and powerful kingdoms across Mesopotamia, all connected by trade. Bronze weapons, tools, and armor fueled this civilization, but bronze required something rare. Tin, a metal that had to travel thousands of kilometers. Without it, bronze could not exist. Kings ruled from enormous palace complexes. These palaces controlled trade, armies, and agriculture. Ships carried copper, tin, ivory, gold, and grain across the Mediterranean. The world had become deeply interconnected. And then, it all collapsed. Cities burned, kingdoms vanished. Archaeologists discovered something disturbing. Across the Mediterranean, cities were destroyed in fire. Troy was destroyed, one of the most famous cities of the ancient world. The Hittite Empire, one of the most powerful kingdoms of its time, suddenly vanished. In Greece, Mycenaean palaces were burned and abandoned. Their civilization collapsed. Trade networks stopped almost completely. Merchant ships disappeared from the sea. From Greece to Anatolia, from Syria to the Levant, destruction spread across the entire region. Within only a few decades, entire civilizations vanished. The ancient Egyptians left behind one of the most important clues. In temple inscriptions from the reign of Pharaoh Ramses III, a terrifying enemy was described. These invaders came from the sea and attacked multiple kingdoms across the Mediterranean. The Egyptians called them sea peoples. According to Egyptian records, massive fleets of ships appeared along the coastlines. These warriors brought families, wagons, and entire communities with them. This suggests they were not just raiders, but migrating populations searching for new lands. Ramses III claimed to have defeated them in a massive battle around 1177 BC. Egyptian archers fired arrows from fortified positions as invading ships approached the Nile Delta. According to the inscriptions, the invaders were crushed. But by that time, many other civilizations had already fallen. The real mystery is this. Historians still do not know who the Sea Peoples were. Some believe they came from the Aegean region. Others think they were displaced refugees from collapsing kingdoms. It is possible they were not a single group, but many different peoples moving at once. As cities were attacked and trade routes collapsed, the entire system began to break apart. Kingdoms that once relied on international trade suddenly found themselves isolated. Without trade, bronze production stopped. Without bronze, armies weakened and economies collapsed. The Sea Peoples may have been one cause of the collapse, but historians now believe something even larger was happening. A combination of disasters, slowly pushing the ancient world toward catastrophe. And one of those disasters may have come from nature itself. Around the same time these civilizations were collapsing, the climate itself may have been changing. Evidence from ancient pollen samples and lake sediments suggests that the eastern Mediterranean experienced a long period of severe drought. For agricultural societies, drought was devastating. Crops failed, food supplies shrank, entire populations suddenly faced famine. Modern scientific studies have confirmed this environmental shift. Sediment cores taken from lakes and ancient riverbeds show clear signs of drying climates during this period. The Bronze Age world may have been facing a regional climate crisis. When food disappears, people move. Large groups of migrants may have begun searching for new lands. These migrations could have increased conflict between already fragile kingdoms. Hunger leads to instability. Governments weaken, armies lose strength, and societies begin to fracture from within. Climate change alone may not explain the collapse, but combined with invasions, political instability, and failing trade networks, the ancient world was pushed toward disaster. The Bronze Age world was deeply interconnected. Trade routes linked kingdoms across thousands of kilometers. Copper from Cyprus, tin from distant regions, grain from fertile river valleys. Together, these resources powered the entire system. If trade stopped, the production of weapons and tools stopped too. Without bronze, armies weakened. When cities were destroyed and trade routes disrupted, goods could no longer move across the Mediterranean. Merchants vanished, harbors fell silent, and the economic system began to collapse. Historians now believe the collapse spread like falling dominoes. When one kingdom failed, it weakened the others connected to it. Soon the entire network began to unravel. As economies collapsed, political systems began to break down. Kings struggled to maintain control. Rebellions and internal conflicts became more common. Entire governments simply disappeared from the historical record.
My lord, the northern watchtower has fallen. They are already inside the outer wall.
Mobilize the guard. We must protect the royal family.
What began as isolated crises quickly turned into a regional catastrophe. Within only a few generations, the Bronze Age world was gone. After the collapse, the Mediterranean world entered a long period of decline. Cities that once held thousands of people were abandoned. Great palaces became silent ruins. Writing disappeared from many regions. Complex trade networks vanished, and much of the knowledge that once connected these civilizations was lost. Populations dropped dramatically. Many communities returned to smaller villages. The powerful kingdoms of the Bronze Age had simply ceased to exist. Over time, new societies slowly emerged. Iron replaced bronze, and a new era of history began. The Bronze Age collapse remains one of the greatest turning points in human history. Entire civilizations disappeared within a few decades. Historians may never find a single cause. Instead, the collapse was likely the result of many crises happening at once. War, climate change, migration, and fractal systems breaking apart. The Bronze Age collapse reminds us of something important. Even the most advanced civilizations can fall, fade out slowly. History is full of mysteries still waiting to be understood.